So if maybe there is a job and I've applied and I feel it in my spirit that that's not it, I really won't take it regardless of what the pay is. Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. It's your girl Wofi here. I'm back. Today's video, I just really want to talk about grace, not as a preacher. I know the preacher. I want to talk about grace in the context of us learning to give ourselves grace in the space where we are, at the level of our lives where we are currently, like with life, everybody wanting to achieve, with the economy, especially for Nigerians. My Nigerians, shout out to you guys, because we are doing the do. We are doing the do with the little that we have. We are just making it work. Nigerians are always looking good, looking stylish, laughing and stuff, regardless of what our economy is saying. So shout out to us. We are the real MVPs, period. But with everything going on, it's easy for us to just get carried away and dismiss the experiences that we're having while we are having them, because we feel like somebody else has it better. Is it when you are at a new workplace? Is it when you relocate or move to a new city? Is it when you are a new mom? Literally, whenever we're experiencing things afresh, like you're experiencing something new, I feel like we're quick to dismiss ourselves, quick to expect more from the situation, from ourselves, and it's easy to get frustrated. It's very common outside the country, like in other parts, more developed parts, other parts of the world, for people to have 2 jobs or 3 jobs and stuff like that. Like, it's very common, but for Nigerians, we weren't really used to that lifestyle for the longest. Like, as people, I don't think I would say 10 years back, 5 years back even, I don't think there was the rise of people having multiple jobs per time. It was more like people were very committed to one job and stuff. But right now, it's like, if you don't have multiple jobs in Nigeria, people be looking at you like, guy, you must be earning a lot too, because how are you surviving? But even with that culture, that new wave, I feel like it's easy for people who do not have multiple jobs, or people who are currently not hitting some certain milestones that our society right now have set, even if many of them are not realistic, now start feeling like you did dull. Like, if you're not Nigerian, you did dull is like you are slow. So it now puts a lot of pressure on people. I won't lie, I've been caught up in that web a couple of times, because sometimes I'd be like hearing people, even maybe in the office or just around, talk about, and I'm like, Wofi, are you just here doing one job, being faithful and loyal to whomever, like your employer? But I always still remind myself that personally, I'm driven by God. I'm a Christian, firm Christian. Like, I'm a Jesus baby, not because the slang might sound cool, but literally, I'm really seeking intimacy with God. So for me right now, all my decisions are based on His leading. So if maybe there is a job and I've applied and I feel it in my spirit that that's not it, I really won't take it regardless of what the pay is. You might have your own opinions, you might think whatever you want to think about it, but that's my own, that's my truth, that's how I operate. So in the times where I felt like, you're dolly Wofi, people are doing multiple stuff, you are just here, I hear the Holy Spirit many of those times tell me that I'm the one leading you, and it's fine. And when I say, like, it's where I am that the grass will grow for you, right? Literally, Abraham, do you remember his story? Yeah, so I have just given myself that, and there's so much joy in accepting the grace that God has given us and according it to ourselves, because it helps you really experience that peace that cannot be explained. That's that peace that cannot be taken away from you, regardless of what the economic times around you are saying, regardless of what the situation is saying. As a new mom, I would say that I experienced that when I just gave birth, and then I had to move into a new office, like a new work environment, and it was a lot, because before I got married, even I was in size 6, I think, and I was in a fashion space, a creative space. I knew what I wore to work. I was like, yeah, I'm in my era. And then I got married, I gained some weight, became a size 8. I was very okay with it because I wanted more flesh, to be honest. Then I got pregnant, and after getting pregnant, it's like my size just, it was just expanding. It was just moving because, well, the tummy has to grow, right? So post pregnancy or post giving birth, I think I started off as a size 12 or like a size 14, somewhere there. And because I have a weird history with hoarding, not me per se, my mom was a hoarder. She probably still is. I've not been in the house with her for a while, so I can't tell. But my mom is a hoarder, and she would have things in the house that she would tell my older sister that is older than her. And I'm like, why are you having something that is older than our first child in the house? Like, she would just keep things and not want to let go. So because of that, I now became the other extreme. Like, I would always want to throw things that I've not used for 3 months. Like, if I'm not using you, I haven't used you in a while, I would either give it out or just throw it away. Pregnancy is like, they say it's 9 months, but it's literally 40 weeks. So do the math. But when I got pregnant, obviously pregnancies for that long, and my baby actually stayed like 41 weeks. The guy was not ready to come out, and it just meant I wasn't using some things, some clothes for that duration of time, and I naturally give them out. So after I gave birth, because I wasn't in trying to put myself in the mind where I want to snap back, it was more of, I beg, I'm living in the moment, I'm living in now, I'm just going to give myself grace and accept my reality right now, how it is, and make it work the way it worked for me. So I gave her most of my clothes with the mindset that maybe I won't even come down to that size. But then breastfeeding and workouts and different other things, and maybe even jeans or whatever, I shared the baby weight. I went to size 12 and stuff, and it was really difficult at that time. I would come to work, or I would be preparing for work and not be sure what I'm going to put on, because my new norm then was to make sure that I have outfits that will open up in front because of breastfeeding, and obviously make sure that my outfits were corporate life friendly, and also my style, that I would like them and they'll fit my new body because my body was bodying. So I would do that and not really feel like I understood my style. I didn't understand my style for the longest, and it was a new place. I wanted to be that girl. Like, I wanted to slay, so that people be like, oh, our new work colleague, she's her game, her fashion game is, and also maybe because the last experience I had working physically, I was slaying all the time, so my brain could not come around it. But learning to accept the grace that God has given me made me give myself grace. Like, if God could make grace abound for me in the magnitude that He has done, regardless of whether or not I'm faithful to Him, I just had to plug and rest in that grace and give myself that grace as well. So that was what helped me journey. Some days I'll be going to work and feel like I look like a homeless person, but I was like, yeah, well, fine, it's fine, it's okay. You're not trying to impress anybody, you're just allow yourself live. And obviously every time I saw my baby, it just made it worth it. So I just felt the nudging and the need to do this. To be honest, I've been dragging my feet on this for the longest, but yeah, like I said, I'm in that space where Jesus leads, I follow, whether or not I feel comfortable about following, or whether or not it makes sense to me. So I hope this helps somebody out there, regardless of the phase where you are. Maybe it's a new phase, maybe it's a transitioning phase, maybe it's a phase that just feels very stagnant. Allow yourself accept the grace that God has given you so freely, and just bask in it, because that's like the best thing you can do for yourself. Bye guys.